been on social media recently, you must have seen the news about Burnaboy being accused of shooting two young guys who came from the UK to celebrate their friend's wedding. Now, according to reports that were making the rounds, it was said that Burnaboy tried to talk to a married woman and it didn't go well, resulting into a fight and resulting into Burnaboy's security agents firing the gun at these guys and inflicting injuries on both of them. So the lady in question, the married woman in question, has come out to say her side of the story. Now, this does not mean that her side of the story is true, because first, we've not heard from Burnaboy. He has not said anything about the case. Cubana, it happened at a nightclub in Lagos, Cubana, and the owner of the club has not come out to say anything. Though the lady in question has said she tried to get the club to come out to say what happened or release footages of what happened at that particular night, but the club has not come out to say anything. So this is a side of the story. I'm going to read it. So she posted on her Instagram page, and I'm going to read every slide. She said, and you can see it on the screen. She said, after taking time out to heal and process the events that occurred between my partner and my best friend and her husband and Burnaboy at Cubana nightclub in Victoria Island, we were visiting Nigeria from America and London for our childhood friend's wedding on the 8th of June 2022. Burnaboy and his friends opened fire at us in Cubana, Lagos. My partner and his friend were shot, with both needing urgent medical care. A bullet grazed my partner's head, and our friend was shot in the thigh, leaving him hospitalized and needing an emergency surgery in Nigeria. Around 3 a.m., I went to Cubana Club with some of my friends. We were there for a couple of hours celebrating the newlyweds. We were about 20 at the club and we were having a nice time in the VIP section. We were laughing, drinking, and having a good time. Burnaboy and his friend came in. We were still there having fun. As the night progressed, one of Burnaboy's friends walked to talk to me. His request was, Burnaboy wants to talk to me. On the first attempt, I told him I wasn't interested in talking to Burnaboy and I am married to my partner. He came again the second time and was met with the same response. He came the third time, and that caused a few of our friends to flare up as they asked why he kept coming to disturb me. There were words back and forth, and one of Burnaboy's friends attacked one of our friends, and as they attacked him, the situation degenerated into a fight. Now, if you're following what I'm reading, you see that she's saying that she's married to her partner. Burnaboy tried to talk to her, and she told the messenger that came to tell her that Burnaboy wants to talk to her, that she was not interested and she was married. And the guy came over and over again. So according to her, the guy came 3 times. And when he became when the guy came frequently, her friends became angry and they started exchanging words. Okay, she said as the first fight started, the security at Cubana stepped in and we were able to calm the situation. As that happened, everybody was slowly going back to their section when 2 of Burnaboy's friends, another fight started and the security at Cubana jumped in again. As they were fighting, Burnaboy's friends started shooting after what looked like a signal from Burnaboy. At this point, the club was in chaos. Everyone was screaming and trying to vacate the premises. At this point, I could not find my partner or my best friend. I was screaming for help after being lifted and thrown so hard on the floor by one of Burnaboy's friends, and I hurt my left shoulder. All our private police officers were not allowed into the club, so it was left to us to fight for our lives. One of our friends was trying to get Burnaboy to calm the situation, but he only laughed at him and proceeded to get to his car while being protected by his security. The shooting happened twice at different times. His friends were also shooting at people trying to evacuate the club through the main entrance. They were out to kill and didn't care who got hit. My partner's head was bleeding profusely and his friend lost so much blood he needed a donor as soon as he got to the hospital. Burnaboy left Cubana without a scratch and flew out to Spain the next morning. So now she has explained her own side of the story, saying Burnaboy and his friends were shooting at them, or Burnaboy gave his friends instruction to shoot at them, and there was chaos in club. Everybody was running. Bullets hit her partner and her best friend, and they were amazing. Her best friend needed urgent attention, medical attention, surgery in fact. So now she's calling on Cubana. She's saying Cubana, that's the owner of the club. Obi Cubana only reached out to us 4 days after the event, claiming that he had no idea and would do everything to get us justice for attempted murder. 11 days later, there has been no CCTV footage released by the club or even a statement to address the incident publicly. Business has carried on as usual for him. So now she's also calling Obi Cubana out that he said he was going to get her justice and they didn't get justice. There was no statement from the club stating what has happened or clarifying what has happened, or no release of the CCTV footage. Now I'm going to give you guys an update based on what a police source said about this case. Obi Cubana has failed to supply CCTV tapes of the club to the police team investigating the violence that broke out on June 8th. Obi Cubana only provided recordings of the parking lots and other exterior views of the club, which investigators said could render the case more complicated and protracted. He transferred videos that were recorded outside the club. I'm quoting him now. He said he transferred videos that were recorded outside the club, and we saw commotion that ensued when Burnaboy and others were driving away from the club, a police source said, but he told us nothing was recorded inside the club where the violence initially broke out. He clarified that they don't put cameras inside the VIP section of their clubs because most people don't like to be captured having fun at the bar, our police source said. So the last part of the statement where I said they don't put cameras at their VIP club, it is very true. I don't know about, I've never been to Cubana Victoria Island, but I know that in most VIP sections in the club, people don't like, the people that come there sometimes married men, homosexuals, lesbians, what have you, anything that you can mention, they come to that place and they want to have fun without you filming them because they don't know where that footage is going to. So I kind of understand why Obi Cubana would say there was no footage around that area. In the VIP section, most of the people that come there don't like footages, so if it's not providing footages, it's understandable because if there was no footage or if there was no camera there to capture what happened, then you would most likely not have evidence, except there was somebody recording the situation or someone that has like a little proof as per video recording as to what happened at that particular time. So someone else came out on social media. I will read what he said to clarify what happened. We can't say who is saying the truth, or we can't tell who is saying the truth, except you have first-hand information as to what happened at the nightclub. So someone on Twitter came out to say, and I'm going to say his name is King Kong, African's Oracle on Twitter. He said what really happened at Club Cubana. The guy's so-called wife went to snap with Burnaboy. Now this is this guy's account. He looks like he was at the club. I can't be so sure, but this is what he said. The guy's so-called wife went to snap with Burnaboy in his VIP top corner, and instead of him to wait till she returns, he went there violently to drag her out. Then he was resisted for his confrontational approach by Burnaboy's security. Immediately after things started escalating, Burnaboy decided to leave with his people, but the same guys crying foul made advance to attack Burna. It was then that police attached to Burna shot to disperse them, accidentally hitting two guys. Burna throughout was just trying to avoid the situation. He was even laughing like, what the F is this? But these guys wanted more from the whole situation and made his kind gesture, taking selfie with a perceived fan, escalate so quickly. The funny thing, the media knows this, but decided to feed Nigerians with the story of Burnaboy sending someone to call another person's wife. Those that know Burnaboy know he won't stoop so low when lots of single girls at the club were trying to take pics with him. So this is what this guy is saying. This guy is saying that the lady in question, the married woman in question, went to take picture with Burnaboy, and her partner, her husband, whoever it is, was not having it. Went there, tried to make drama out of it. They resisted him. Burnaboy security resisted him. Based on his approach, they resisted him, and they also tried to attack Burnaboy. And Burnaboy was trying to avoid the situation. This is what this guy is saying. I'm not the one saying it. And Burnaboy tried to avoid the situation, and it escalated that the security guy had to cock his gun, fire his gun to disperse them, and in the process, bullets hit two of them and they were hospitalized. So that's what this guy is saying. But like I said, we don't know who is saying the truth, who is lying in this situation, and we can't come to a conclusion. But there is something I would like to say. This is not the first time we've heard stuff about Burnaboy getting involved in something like this. Apart from the Davido one, he has been accused severally by one lady. That was back then. Steph London was in Nigeria, and one lady came out to say, oh, Burnaboy was at the club and because they fight and left with his babe, leaving people injured, blah blah blah. That is one. Another one is one guy that said Burnaboy hit his car with his convoy and everything. So I mean, this is not the first time we are hearing stuff about Burnaboy, but the truth is, when you hear stuff like this, you can't just jump into conclusion and say, okay, Burnaboy is this every time, you only. If we don't have proof, we cannot say, oh, Burnaboy did this, until we are sure of what happened. Maybe someone that's recorded a video can bring the video and we'll say, okay, it really happened based on the video evidence. But until then, we can only say it is word against our word. And Obi Cubana is not to be blamed here. If he does not have footage of that VIP section, it's normal. Almost all clubs don't have cameras there because of the caliber of people that come there, and they don't want to be seen. They don't want any recording of them, because maybe they might come there. Maybe a married man might come there with his girlfriend, or maybe an homosexual will come there with his partner. Whoever comes there for discreet reasons, and it's understandable if they don't have a camera in that section. So guys, what do you think about this whole situation? Because it's actually messy. It looks like what is going to take a very long time. So what do you think about the whole situation? I know many of you must have jumped into a conclusion that Burnaboy might be at fault. Might have that feeling somehow, but like I said, you can't just jump into conclusion except you have your facts right. So tell me what you think about the whole situation. Do you think lady's lying? Someone brought out her picture and saying, is this one people are calling married woman? But that's not the case. If Burnaboy actually did what they said he did, then that's actually really bad. But let me know what you know about what you think about this situation in the comment section, and I'll be responding to your comments. Peace out.